to the Business Miracles 12 Days of Prosperity series, our final series session. I'm Heather Dominick, founder of businessmiracles.com and creator of the Highly Sensitive Leadership Training Program, a uniquely designed learning environment teaching HSPs in business and leadership how to thrive emotionally and financially through these ever-changing times. As an HSP myself, I've been self-employed since 2003 and serving as a mentor to highly sensitives since 2010. For this final series session, we are going to start by activating the energy, and we will also go a little bit longer today. So stay as long as you can. And we will end with what we call in the Business Miracles community, Afterglow. This is a chance to hang out in our Zoom classroom, groove to some music if you choose, and share thoughts, comments, questions in the chat. As a Business Miracles community, we come together every Wednesday as HSPs in business and leadership, where I share a live training weekly, followed by what we refer to as roundtable and breakout sessions. And then we end with Afterglow. This is just one of the many support elements in the Highly Sensitive Leadership Training Program. If you know that you're meant to stay connected to the energy and support you've been experiencing during this 12-day series, but at an even higher level, then just submit your scheduling questionnaire at www.claritycall.com. And that link is in the chat for you. Okay, let's activate the energy. Take a moment to just put down anything that might be in your hands. So pen, pencils, keyboards, cups of tea. Maybe move your chair back a little bit if you're sitting down, or just give yourself a little bit of space. Take a moment to then uncross feet, ankles, legs, allowing your legs to just rest evenly, gently on the floor beneath you. Take a moment to place your hands in your lap, and then together, let's just close our eyes. And with eyes closed, together we're going to take in a strong, steady breath in, and let it out. As we prepare for a second intentional breath, this time take one hand and bring it to your heart, leaving your remaining hand just resting gently on your lap. And together again, strong, steady breath in, and let it out. Eyes still closed, hands still on heart, legs, ankles, feet still uncrossed. Now, giving attention and energy to that hand that's resting gently on your lap, take a moment to bring your index finger forward and begin to trace the number 8. Just gently tracing that number 8 on your lap with your index finger. And taking a moment to recognize that this number 8 is also an infinity symbol. It's like an infinity symbol resting on its side. Allowing that tracing of that number 8, that sideways infinity symbol, to just begin to both relax the nervous system and balance out the brain. Balance out the left and right head brain, and then also begin to open a balance between the head brain and the heart brain. Continuing to trace that number 8, that sideways infinity symbol, while hand remains on heart and eyes remain. As you continue to trace, together we'll take in a third strong, steady, intentional breath. Breath in and let it out. Continuing to trace that number 8, that sideways infinity symbol, once again balancing out that left and that right brain, and also balancing out the head brain and the heart brain. Research shows us that the heart brain literally is its own entity. And not only is it its own entity, but it's a very powerful brain entity on its own. The heart brain actually leads the head brain. And the heart brain also drives what we refer to and we deeply know as HSPs, our intuition. Continue to trace that number 8, that sideways infinity symbol. Eyes still closed and hands still on heart. Once again, together, breath in, and let it out. We take this moment in collective heart coherence, literally the calling forward of the power of the heart to brain, not only for ourselves, but for each other as a community of HSPs in business and leadership. We take an opportunity to tap into this collective heart coherence, and we call on this heart coherence to activate the energy of hope, the power of hope. The power of hope, which is to act for betterment. So easy these days, now more than ever, to give over to the head brain only. Over intellectualizing, over analyzing, over paralysizing, giving into dominant fear, giving into dominant limitation, giving into dominant limiting beliefs of lack. And yet, as we continue to trace that number 8, that sideways infinity symbol, and yet there is always available the power of the heart. The power of the heart, when called upon, will always lead to expansion. The power of the heart will always lead to alternative, inspired ideas and solutions. The power of the heart will always guide us above the fray. The key is to be able to access the power of the heart, to listen to the power of the heart, and then to be bold to take action on what it is that you've heard and the guidance that you've been given. So take this moment here and now in this powerful collective heart coherence of HSPs committed to business and leadership to call upon the power of your heart, to ask, dear, dear, dear sweetheart, where am I meant to act for betterment? Where am I meant to step forward and lead in my business, in my leadership, and in my life? And ask of your dear, dear sweetheart, give me the courage of conviction to step forward and trust, to take heart-led risks, and to be able to live and lead as my HSP essential self. Slowly allowing that tracing of that number 8, that sideways infinity symbol, to just come to a gentle rest. Feeling the reverberation of this activation. And together we anchor it in with a final, strong, intentional, collective breath. Breath in and let it out. Beautiful. Just slowly allowing the chin to drop to your chest. Hand on heart to just gently float down from heart into lap. Gently opening up your eyes while you keep your gaze down, maybe moving your hands backward and forward on your lap. Beginning to reorient to your physical environment, feeling yourself come into the space, but with this power of activation. And when ready, allowing your gaze to just slowly, gently rise up and connecting in the amazement of our Business Miracles Community Zoom classroom. Last session's topic was consistency. 3 common HSP consistency calls for safety. Procrastination, directly connected to fear of overwhelm. Perfectionism, directly connected to safety through performance. And burnout, directly connected to prolonged self-abandonment. Today's topic is Hope Revisited. And as I shared at the beginning of this session, for this final session, we are going to go a little bit longer. So stay as long as you can. And we're going to end with what we call in the Business Miracles community, Afterglow, which is a chance to hang out in our Zoom classroom, groove to some music if you choose, and share thoughts, comments, questions in the chat. As always, thank you for being on video. As an HSP, this helps me to better serve you. Hope Revisited. According to Arthur C. Brooks of Harvard Business School and co-author of Build the Life You Want, hope equals to act for betterment. An untrained HSP often finds themselves flooded by the emotional impact of the state of the world, the emotional impact of others' reactions to the state of the world. When we are overprotecting against feeling the flooding, we are also disconnecting ourselves from all of our feelings, including hope. Yet hope is what's needed most right now to stay above the fray and to use our unique set of HSP strengths to make a difference in this world that so desperately needs our unique point of view. According to A Course in Miracles, lesson number 21, I am determined to see things differently. No one thinks in your mind but you. If you want a hopeful life, you must think hopeful thoughts. If you want a prosperous business, you must think prosperous thoughts. This is where the transformation begins, but not where it ends. Your breakthrough begins the moment you stop waiting for external affirmation and start trusting the pulse inside you, your HSP intuition, your intuition that says, go, move, expand. If you choose to take it, 2026 will bring you a waking up boldness, raw and electric. You spent too long shrinking to fit dynamics that were too small, too fragile, too dependent on everyone staying comfortable. That stagnation broke your spark. The breakthrough reignites it. 2026 will bring the tug of possibility, the widening of your path, the unmistakable sense that your future is asking to be met with open eyes and a forward stance. Part of this freedom comes from stepping out of circles that dim your momentum. As soon as you honor that misalignment, a sudden rush of energy will surge through your nervous system, a kind of internal lightning that crackles through everything dull, everything stagnant or outdated. With this clarity comes a fierce realignment, hope. What doesn't match your frequency will fall away. What resonates will rise. You will begin making decisions with a precision that feels almost magnetic. The right people drift towards you, the right opportunities start orbiting closer, and the right direction becomes unmistakable. You're no longer trying to manifest by force. You're becoming someone who naturally draws in what aligns because you're finally standing in your full HSP truth and taking action based on this truth. Hope equals to act for betterment. Yet, all of this will be so tempting to forget in just a few weeks, days' time. In the name of your fear-based mind trying to lure you into a false safety that really is just a repeating of familiar patterns. So, we must be consistently reminded to take consistent action. In day 5 of this series, we created our 2026 Hope Declaration. I want to call on the power of community for us to join together as a Business Miracles aligned community of HSPs committed to business and leadership. So I'm going to invite you to raise your digital hand. And when I call on you to unmute yourself and to take this opportunity to be seen in V and V energy, visibility and vulnerability, by sharing your 2026 Hope Declaration, as many shares as possible. Let's feel the hope rise together. I'll just call your name. All you need to do is just share that 2026 Hope Declaration. Mandy.
In 2026, I will act for betterment by taking consistent baby steps via my heart-guided turbo belief transformation tool to visibly create my best chapter with grace and ease.
Breath in and let it out. Stephanie.
In 2026, I will act for betterment by taking consistent baby steps to remember that simplicity leads to more family time and increased profits.
Joelle.
In 2026, I act for betterment through consistent weekly income generating actions, trusting it is safe to ask for what I desire and require, and to receive it with an open heart.
Mm-hmm. Elizabeth.
In 2026, I will act for betterment by taking consistent baby steps to use my power of words through heart-led choice action, allowing for more grace and prosperity across my whole creative life.
Mm-hmm. Rachel.
In 2026, I will act for betterment by taking consistent baby step actions to use my intuitive voice to speak up and out for myself and for my business.
Sarah.
In 2026, I will act for betterment by taking baby steps to cultivate positive emotions in myself, grow my financial independence, and navigate this year's transitions with courage and grace.
Susie.
In 2026, I will act for betterment by taking consistent baby steps to do the things that scare me in support of growing my business and helps me lead with confidence and conviction as I expand my voice, my visibility, and my impact.
Thank you. Laura.
In 2026, I will act for betterment by taking consistent baby steps to sit in my comfy chair, do daily energy management, Reiki, and connect into my higher power in order to co-create my life through joy and watch prosperity and success that is meant for me to unfold naturally.
Gorgeous. Hillary, we don't have you on video. I want to make sure that you have your hand raised for us. Yes.
Hi. In 2026, I will act for betterment by continuing to live a lifestyle that heals my cancer and by starting a new business project that brings me joy.
Luann.
In 2026, I will take action for betterment by using fear as an indicator of the small, consistent, and intuitive income generating actions I will take to reach my monthly income goal of $3,000. This will require running towards my fear with wild abandon instead of away from it.
Amazing. Nova.
In 2026, I will act for betterment by taking the consistent baby steps of heart coherence, turbo BTT, and self-assessment.
Incredible. Breath in and let it out. Beautiful. Absolutely amazing. And from here, we keep going. A friendly mentor reminder, submit your clarity call scheduling questionnaire by end of day this Friday to receive a $500 tuition discount should you choose to enroll in the highly sensitive leadership training program. claritycall.com is in the chat for you. No obligation to enroll, only hope for the year ahead. 2, be prosperous with time. Create more with less effort. Be prosperous with purpose. Create more impact. Be prosperous with money. Create more income. claritycall.com. Until then, oh my gosh, many, many blessings, many business miracles, and so much HSP strength as we continue to step forward in aligned community, baby step by baby step, to act for betterment. 2026 and all days ahead. Stay around for Afterglow if you choose.